Rodri suffers an ACL injury, and genuinely, this opens up the title race massively for Arsenal and Liverpool. Genuinely, right now, this is a game changer. And I strongly believe when I did my Premier League predictions, I caveated it. You can go back and watch that video. I said it on the terrace. If Rodri gets an injury, because he played 78, 77, 79 games, whatever it was last season, all the way through the Euros as well. If he gets an injury, it could be curtains. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about Arsenal's chances and, of course, Liverpool's. I've already predicted Arsenal to win the league on my Premier League predictions. David Ornstein dropped the bomber earlier. Make sure you go down, smash that like button if you're enjoying the content. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. We are closing in on 24,000 subs, less than 500 away now. The road to 25k is well and truly on. Now, Rodri, for me, the best DM in the world. The guy is absolutely phenomenal. He's the most important player for any system in world football. He is the glue in that midfield. He has not lost a game in his last 50 in the game he started in the Premier League. Absolutely phenomenal. Team of the year, Euro Team of the Year, Champions League Team of the Year, Premier League, Euro, FA Cup finals, trebles, FA Cup finalists last year. He is genuinely a generational type midfielder. But if you take him out of that system, Manchester City now, huge question marks around their midfield. Who goes in there? Kovacic will probably be the most like-for-like change. Does he have the legs? If this injury is the whole season, mark my words, Manchester City will have to have one hell of a season now. And this will probably be the most important. Bearing in mind what City have got coming out, they've got the court case over their head. De Bruyne, he's probably going to pick up a couple of knocks. He's not a spring chicken anymore. Foden, for some reason, he's not starting games. And Erling Haaland is the only player in their team that's actually scored more than one goal. David Ornstein dropped the bomber. Rodri expected to miss significant period with a serious knee injury. Manchester City midfielder suffered problem in Man City's draw with Arsenal. Duration not confirmed. Tests continue, but 28-year-old Spanish international set for a long absence. And then Fabrizio Romano confirmed today that he has arrived in Barcelona for a scan on his knee, and he has suffered ligament damage. This is absolutely huge. I don't think people understand how big this injury is. The only injury that you could say could be worse for Manchester City from a goal perspective is obviously Erling Haaland. And there you can see right now, Rodri will undergo more tests in the next few hours, but Manchester City expect him to miss the remainder of the season with an ACL injury. The initial feeling after first test is that the anticruciate ligament tear is in his right knee. Huge. The worst news you could have got for if you're a Manchester City fan. So the question is, who goes in to replace him? I think they can get to January, and January is all about, do they bring in, I even said it on the Football Terrace, do they bring in Kante on a 6-month loan? Do they go and get Wharton from Crystal Palace? Do they break the bank for Bruno Guimaraes? I don't think Bruno Guimaraes is a realistic option because he's now Newcastle's captain, and they're probably going to be looking at around £100 million. Very unlikely they're going to sell halfway through the season. You look at City's squad, it's a very, very, very talented squad, and they've got big plans for a lot of their players. O'Reilly, fantastic player. Matthias Nunes, he's got to step up now. Kovacic has got to step up. James McTete, I always butcher his name. James McTete, I think his name's pronounced. You've got O'Reilly. You've got Rico Lewis who can play there. John Stones can invert from centre-back. But no one is a like-for-like change. And you aren't going to get a like-for-like change because he's the best DM in the world. It's a huge injury blow. Now, City did it last year without De Bruyne for 5 months. But Phil Foden stepped up, put a lot of those City players on his back, carried the team, was genuinely phenomenal last season. One of the best players in the league, if not the best. And with this injury to Rodri, I don't know if if they don't bring in a serious bit of quality in, you know, in the next few months. Let's not forget, Arsenal only finished 2 points off. 2 points off Manchester City. The season before that, it was only 5 points off. So far, Arne Slot looks a real tactician. They've only conceded 1 goal, Liverpool. They are scoring goals for fun. They're beating teams in the Champions League. Liverpool look a really strong outfit this season. Got some better players than Arsenal, but I think Arsenal's system probably better. Does this injury open the door up for Arsenal and Liverpool? 100% yes. If you took Martin Odegaard or Bukayo Saka out for the rest of the season for Arsenal, would it reduce their chances of winning the league? Yes. If you took Salah or Van Dijk out of Liverpool's season, would it reduce Liverpool's chances of winning the league? Absolutely. You're taking out their star player, the one who makes them tick, the glue, the balance between defense and attack, the one that delivers big, big goals, Champions League final winner, worldie against Bayern Munich that season at the Allianz Arena, winner against the Emirates a few years ago, and jumps right near the away fans. He is a phenomenal, world-class player. I don't think, personally, they will win the league now. I think that's how big of a loss this is. Opens up the door massively for Arsenal. They should be doing everything they can. And that thing that Erling Haaland said to Arteta, stay humble, yeah? If I'm Arteta, if you think back to that treble-winning season where Man City had a sign-up saying treble, with pictures of the FA Cup, the Champions League, and the Premier League, if I'm in Arteta's shoes, I'd be playing that clip over and over and over again and trying to drum into those Arsenal players. It is about the winning mentality. If you want it, the door is open now. You just got to smash it off the hinges. From a Liverpool perspective, you know, they're probably thinking, do Arsenal have the character and the mentality to go and win? Liverpool last year picked up another bit of silverware, opens up the door for them. Arne Slot is a very, very, very good coach who got Feyenoord into a Conference League final when they shouldn't be anywhere near it. One Eredivisie has come in and has given Liverpool a lot more of a stability. Like last season, so many games, a basketball match. Now they've actually starting to manage games out. You know, they're scoring goals for fun. Luis Diaz looks in impeccable form. We're only 5 games into the season, but this is an absolute gut punch if you're a City fan. If you're an Arsenal or Liverpool, maybe even Aston Villa, this you have got to be right now thinking it's ours. And yesterday we saw a proper rivalry. It reminded me of Alex Ferguson, Jose. Alex Ferguson, Wenger. Jose Ferguson. A proper rivalry. None of this giving each other cuddles crap. Getting stuck in. Big moments. Drama. Goals. VAR. Red cards. We've now got Barclays Premier League back. And genuinely, with this injury, Arsenal and Liverpool, in my opinion, I'd probably be leaning more towards the Arsenal side of things because I think the last 2 years they have finished above Liverpool, but I'm not writing Liverpool off because they're a very, very good side. If Arsenal are going to win the league, it's going to be this season now. It's going to be this season. De Bruyne is, I guarantee you will pick up another knock and miss a few games. And does Foden have what it takes to be the main creative source again? Yes, but there's more games this season. He's probably going to play more games for England. You've got the Club World Cup they've got to worry about, which is basically going to be their pre-season. There's so many different factors now. Who is going to play? Does John Stones potentially come out from a centre-back to a DM, playing a double pivot with Kovacic? Matthias Nunes. If you could put Nunes and Kovacic together, you would get something close to a Rodri. Because Nunes is great at covering space, but doesn't have the on-the-ball ability of a Kovacic. But Kovacic can't cover space. That is what Rodri does perfectly. You know, Nobbin summed it up on the Top 6 show absolutely perfectly. And I personally think when you look at City's game they've got coming up, they play tomorrow night, is the perfect game to experiment stuff. They're playing against Watford, I know Watford have got Tom Cleverley, and he looks at a relatively good upcoming coach from the Championship who's had, an okay start. They're only 3 points off of the playoff positions. However, Man City should be going out there and steamrolling them. But tomorrow is probably the first game where I reckon Pep will start experimenting things. And if any manager can do it, it is Guardiola. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, you are asking him for it's like it is like Tottenham performing in that season when Kane won the Golden Boot and the Playmaker Award, getting top four without Harry Kane. It's like Liverpool winning that Premier League without Mohamed Salah. It's like Chelsea winning all those finals without Didier Drogba. You're taking out such a key, important part of the puzzle, such a key, important role that he plays. Winner of the Euros, Euro team of the season, Premier League team of the season, Champions League team of the season. Scored the winning goal to win City the treble against Inter Milan. Now you open up the door for Arsenal and Liverpool. I've said it before, Arsenal win the Premier League. I'm going to say it again. If they're going to do it, it is going to be this year, in my opinion, because right now, I just don't see how Guardiola. There's a hell of a lot of problems that City club are, like they don't look as dominant in front of goal. Yes, Erling Haaland does, and to be fair, Savinho's been a player, but haven't seen much of Foden yet. De Bruyne has been out. Defensively, they don't look as strong as last season. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed. The road to 25k is on. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am